Beginning of the year. All right, number 6. Number 6 is the same thing as number 1. We're just finding the slope from the diagonal of the triangle. So we need to find K and L is what we're doing. Point K and point L. All right, I'm looking at K. K goes to -6 and it goes up 5. So -6 up 5. L goes to -3 and it goes down 5. So -3, -5 because it's going down. So same thing, I just put this, okay, my y's first. 5 minus -5 over -6 minus -3. Put in my calculator, control divide. I got 5 minus -5. -6 minus -3. Hit enter. I get -10/3 is my answer. All right, just like number 1, finding slope, what we've been doing the past few days. All right, that was 6. Moving along. Okay, number 7. All right, it's got a graph that kind of looks like this. I'm not going to draw it exact, but it goes down, and it goes up, and it goes down, and then up, kind of like that. Okay, so this, if I don't have any vertical lines here, like none of these go vertical, they're always going at an angle, 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 angle. None of them go straight up and down. If it doesn't go straight up and down, that means this point, if I do a vertical line test anywhere on here, it's only going to hit one spot there. Okay? It only hits at one spot. So this is going to be a function. Or if you put yes, okay, that's going to be okay too. All right? As long as these lines are always going, not vertical, right? If it went vertical, if it went straight up and down, then yeah, it would be a function, not a function, because it's going to hit more than one spot. But in this case, it's not going to hit more than one spot. Okay, moving along. Number 8. We're going to do number 8 and number 9 together because they kind of go together. All right, number 8 says 2 students are doing a fundraiser for band by selling cookie dough by the pound. Student A has sold 31 pounds so far and is selling 3 pounds each day. Student B has only sold 4 pounds so far, but is selling 6 pounds each day. Write an equation for how many days X it will take for the student to sell the same amount. So we got to make an equation. We're going to have our variable and our constant. Okay, that's for student A. And then student B, we're going to do the same thing, variable and a constant. So student A sold 31 pounds and is selling 3 pounds each day. Each day is what's telling us where the variable is going to go. Each day, each, when you hear each, that's the key word. So 3 pounds each day is going to be 3x. The 31 is going to be my constant because that's what he's already sold. For student B, 4 pounds so far, but it's selling 6 pounds each day. 6 pounds each day is what's telling me this is going to be my variable. And he sold 4 pounds. Okay. So question 8 says to an equation. Write an equation for this. So all I do is just write 3x plus 31 equals 6x plus 4. Okay. So question 8, all you're going to have is this right here. Okay. It's going to be the answer for question 8. Question 9 now is going to be to solve it. So that's why I said we're going to do this one together. So if I look here, I got variables on both sides of the equation. So I'm going to take this 6x and I'm going to move it over here because I like to have my variables on the left side of my equation. So the opposite or inverse of 6x is minus 6x. Now, I'm going to put it over here with the 3x because they're like terms. I can't put it here because this 31 doesn't have an x with it. So minus 6x minus 6x. I'm going to make my line. Okay, so now I just solve. So what's 3x minus 6x? 3 minus 6 is going to be a negative 3x. This 31 comes down, plus 31 equals, now this zeroes out, right? Because 6x minus 6x makes 0. And then the 4 comes down. Okay? So now from here, I'm going to keep my variables on this side. I'm going to take this constant, I'm going to move it over here. So I got to do the inverse of that. So plus 31, the inverse of adding 31 is to subtract 31. And then I'm going to do it right there underneath the 4. Okay? So I'm left with negative 3x. This z's out equals 4 minus 31. Okay? Is going to be negative 27. Negative 27. So when I'm here, that's the easiest part of this, right? All I have to do is now that I have the variable and a coefficient, I divide by the coefficient that's in front of the variable. So divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. This makes 1x equals negative 27 divided by negative 3 gives me 9. So the answer to 8 is the equation. The answer to 9 is when we solve it. Okay? Because 9 says to solve the equation you wrote for question 8. All right? Okay, we're almost done. One more. We're good. Number 10 is kind of like the warm-up that we did today in class. Okay, so let me sketch the drawing out for number 10 really quickly. I got a triangle, looks like this, and then the line goes through. Here I have 6x. That's the measurement of this. Here I have 3x plus 10 as that angle, and then here I have x plus 40. Okay, so these two angles, remember, these two angles add up to this. So it can be equal to each other. So we can say x plus 40 plus 3x plus 10 equals 6x. Okay, so you can solve it out that way. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 6x here first. So I'm going to say 6x equals. All I did was just switch this over here to this side. And you'll see why in a little bit while it does that. 6x equals x plus 40 plus 3x plus 10. All I did was, remember, this exterior angle, because this exterior means outside the triangle, is equal to the two interior angles. Interior means inside, that are inside the triangle. This one plus that one. Okay, so now that I have that, if I look over here on this side, I can combine like terms here. So in green, I'm going to put circle x and then plus 3x. So 1x, right, plus 3x is going to give me 4x. I just combined those two. All right, now in red, I'm going to do the rest of the two like terms that are coefficients or constants here. So plus 40 and then plus 10. 40 plus 10 is 50. So 4x plus 50. And then of course it equals 6x there. So all I did was combine these like terms to make it a little bit smaller. Okay? Instead of I have 4 terms here, now I just have 2 because I combined the two x and then I combined the two that don't have an x. All right, so now I'm here. Look, I already had, this is why I put the 6x over here on this side, because I have my variables here on the left side. Okay, so I can take this inverse of 4x and I'm moving it over here. So the inverse of 4x is negative 4x, negative 4x. All I'm doing is solving for x. 6x minus 4x gives me 2x equals, this z's out, and then I bring the 50 down. Now it's pretty simple, it's easy. All I have to do is divide by 2x, or divide by 2 is my last step. That makes 1, x equals 25. divide that out. All right. Okay, make sure you study the ones that we have a test tomorrow on functions. Watch where the review video is on here too. What we did today in class, that's on here. I would look over that again. Look over the ones that talk about functions and stuff one more time. All right.